Well, howdy. I'm glad you could make it up today. Let me turn the music off. So I'm glad you could get up to the studio. I'm David. This is the gallery and the studio. And my work, most of it's platinum palladium. I do print some silver, but pretty much everything on the walls is platinum palladium, and the silver are in the bins there. And up here is one of my canvas backgrounds that we can drop down, and then the flat files in the center of the room, and everything can get moved out so it becomes a really wonderful working studio. I really love working a lot with the Hasselblad and with the 6-foot umbrella. It's a beautiful, wonderful soft light. And over here is our fireplace sitting area, which is a great place to sit with clients. And also I spend a lot of time with my students talking about their work and looking through photo books and trying to help them get a better understanding of what they're doing with their work. And of course, Cody, the studio resident dog, is in his place. Cody, can you say hi? Such sad eyes. And one of my favorite pictures, and I think one of my most important pictures, is the Lakota Ghost Dance, which has a really wonderful story that we'll talk about at some point in time. And the Lakota Sundance is here, and this is my uncle Phil, Chief Crazy Bull. He's a Lakota medicine man and a Heoki. And then this wall here is all my old work from New York, which dates back to the 1980s, but it's still very important work to me. There's Muddy Waters, Bob Dylan, Bruce Springsteen, Isaac Stern, Debbie Harry. It was a wonderful time. I spent 18 years in New York photographing portraiture. And then I decided it was time to leave and come out and start doing landscape work and photographing the local people. Through these doors are the office. And my desk and the students work at this desk, or my assistants will work at this desk. And this is another one of my most favorite portraits. This is Fetellini Salazar. And this is kind of more the kind of portraiture I'm doing these days. And also this one is me and Leonard Peltier, the American Indian AIM activist. And this was done in Leavenworth Penitentiary. Then through here is the digital darkroom. And we work with Mac Tower computers. And I use this almost exclusively for making digital and large negatives now. And I still shoot a lot of film, but we scan the film and then run it through the computer and print it out either in the Epson 7880 or the Epson 9880, depending on the size of the prints. And really today, with the lack of film, large film, and the lack of chemistry and things, making the enlarged negatives digitally is really the best way to do it. So then through here is the finishing room, and we do matting, framing, curating the prints, hanging prints up in the wall when we're kind of looking at them. And then this represents 50 years of negatives. These are all chock full of images. And through here is the darkroom. And this is the platinum palladium coating area. And I work with pipettes, and they work much better than droppers. And if we do a platinum palladium workshop together, you'll figure out why. And then this is the platinum palladium exposure unit, which has 1795 watt UV bulbs, so it's pretty bright. And the paper, once it's coated and dried, goes in here, and Then the negative goes on top of it, vacuum gets shut, turned on, unit comes down, and it gets exposed. And then over here is the 18-foot long wet sink where we do all the processing of the prints. And all my film gets developed here. I work exclusively with the Jobos because that way I get constant, perfect results every time. Well, hopefully perfect. If I've shot right, the negatives are gorgeous. And then there's the 4x5 enlarger and the 8x10 enlarger. And I still do print silver occasionally, but also occasionally we'll make the enlarged negatives with analog film. But I hate to say it, but the digital is really the most expedient way, and you get wonderful results with it. We worked a long time with a guy named Mark Nelson, figuring out the curves and the way to make it work, and it's an excellent system. I recommend Mark's work very highly. Well, now you've had an opportunity to get to know me and my space a little bit better. I finished building it about 3 years ago, and it's beginning to feel like home. I hope you'll come up to El Rito to see the space, see my work, hopefully take a platinum palladium course. It's an incredible process. It's very, very close to my heart. I love teaching it. I love sharing my work with people. So I hope to see you in El Rito. You can reach me at area code 505-660-3312 or my website, which is www.davidmichaelkennedy.com. Look forward to meeting you and talking to you about photography, platinum palladium, and life in general. Have a good afternoon.